You know what? Why not do the second one? What's the deal, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, reaction video. This one's gonna be. It's the same person though.
Show SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay. The television theory. All right. Well, SpongeBob Conspiracy. You know, number 2. All right, let's get into it.
It's not what you think it is. There is a secret group of puppet masters who are always watching the citizens of Bikini Bottom and pulling the strings. Hidden within Bikini Bottom are spies that keep an eye on the characters and make sure everything goes to plan. This is a conspiracy that will fundamentally change the way you look at the show SpongeBob SquarePants, and I believe it's all actually intended by the creators. And I'm gonna prove it. This is the television theory. You guys had a great reaction to my Squilliam Fantasy theory, and I had a lot of fun making it.
Squilliam?
I just watched that one or react to that one, so you guys go check that out.
You lying, deceiving bastard! I didn't even realize that!
Like, trust me when I say that what I've discovered this time is more.
On this one.
To start this theory, we have to go back to the very beginning of the very first episode of SpongeBob SquarePants.
So fascinating, so wonderful. Here we see Bikini Bottom, teeming with life. Home, one of my favorite creatures, SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes, of
First
course,
episode.
You silly.
Let me ask you a question. Who's speaking in this clip? Well, obviously that's just the narrator. You hear his voice many times throughout the show.
Good. A stinky mud puddle for you and me. The crusty cloud. Through these the sea life.
Oh, man.
Where diligent students learn the rules of the road.
But who exactly is the narrator? Well, he's just the narrator, right? We're not supposed to think about who he is or why we're hearing him. Lots of shows have narrator framing devices we're not supposed to think about.
Caillou was amazed that Mommy had made a rainbow, just like
I hate Caillou.
But there's something different about this narrator. He sounds a lot like he's narrating a nature documentary.
The ocean. From above, a simple blanket of water.
The ocean.
A complex world full of color, life, and wonder.
So fascinating.
I don't care, bro. I used to watch like the National Geographic TV, only because my grandmother. I blame her. Like, I don't know what it is, but learning about animals and all that stuff is interesting. Maybe just me that grew up with it and I just liked it. I miss my grandma.
So what? Here we see Bikini Bottom, teeming with life.
I told you that he's not just some random disembodied voice. He's an actual character in this universe.
Here we are again at the Bikini Bottom Boating School. Today is once again the day of SpongeBob Boating School exam. But more importantly, this is the last test for the year. And if SpongeBob does not pass this one, it means another whole year of boating school.
Oh yeah.
Literally crashes into the fourth wall, and we actually get to see the narrator and the camera he's been filming with. The show SpongeBob SquarePants is not just a cartoon. Everything we see is a part of a nature documentary television show being filmed by scuba divers. And if you're still
That's a
not
big
convinced,
camera,
I
bro.
searched really hard and found an old SpongeBob DVD bonus feature that basically confirms everything.
Since before time even existed, land-loving scientists have tried to learn the secrets of intelligence. Their studies led them to the sea, where the citizens of one undersea colony demonstrated a genius so enormous, the scientists felt compelled to record their actions for use in teaching mankind how to live better. The name of this miraculous place? Bikini Bottom. Poring over the mass of brainy masterminds scattered about this strange land, the scientists chose 6 Bikini Bottom residents at random to study. As the scientists marveled at the advanced knowledge and superior intellect of these 6 creatures, I went to college! They rolled their cameras and took notes. And now, finally, we can learn all of the things that these smarty pantsuses have to teach us. Life lessons from Bikini Bottom.
I don't know how it can get any more clear than that. Now, if you rewatch the show with this new information in mind, some things start to take on a whole new meaning. Throughout the series, there's this weird, unexplained running gag of a human hand interfering with the characters. It's even in the beginning of every episode in the intro for the show. Maybe the filmmakers are doing a bit more than just studying these characters. The hand seems to mostly interfere just to maintain the health and safety of the characters, like treating Spongebob for the suds.
Well, Mr. SquarePants, it seems you have the suds. Are you ready for your treatment? For Hans!
I don't know why, but there's only reason why I like this show. This episode particularly because is what Sandy said. And until this day, I say that to some people, like, just to be funny. I think she said something like, "I'll be over there faster than I'll be over there faster than a barefoot jackrabbit on a hot, greasy griddle in the middle of August." I just be saying that shit, just be goofy. Like, Patrick, yeah, the rabbit. Ugh.
It makes sense that the filmmakers
How about that part?
risk the safety of their main character. After all, there's no show without SpongeBob. But that's not the only reason why they interfere. Season 3, Episode 16, I Had an Accident, is infamous for having one of the most
broke his
absurd
ass,
and
huh?
confusing endings in the entire show. It ends
Was
with a
it?
real gorilla
Yeah.
suddenly coming out of a Patrick costume and attacking the characters.
Oh, so I'm confused as a kid. Really confused.
Then as soon as SpongeBob begins to question the logic of the scene, this happens.
What's a gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
Right.
Well, it's funny you should. I mean, you see the George, they're onto us.
Let's get out of here.
What kind of horse is that? A cow or freaking a cow horse? Moving sideways. Oh yeah, I remember this part.
SpongeBob is a weird show, but this has always stuck out as being just a little too weird. But knowing what we know now, I think I can explain what's going on here. This isn't a real gorilla. Every other land animal we've seen underwater wears a helmet and is drawn in a cartoony style. The gorilla is shown in a live-action style, and the only time we ever see live-action characters is when they're human. So I believe both the gorilla and the horse he rides away on are humans wearing costumes. The filmmakers set this whole thing up just to make the episode more entertaining. It's starting to seem like this isn't strictly a nature documentary anymore. It's more of a reality TV show made for entertainment. Who knows what other absurd elements of the show are actually put there by the filmmakers to make the show more entertaining and profitable. Although, based on the people's reaction, it doesn't always seem to pay off. But how far will the filmmakers go to make the show more profitable?
Saturday morning in Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob is watching his favorite Saturday morning show, The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, enjoying a bowl of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal, and wearing the official Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy Blackfish Vikings.
Thinking of this as a television show, this sounds an awful lot like a product placement. I mean, listen to how the narrator specifically says the full names of the products.
The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy
Mermaid
Blackfish
Man and
Vikings.
Barnacle Boy.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new cocoa drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mount Nicaragua, no artificial sweeteners.
It's a little scary. Hey, Jim Carrey.
Who are you talking to?
Maybe the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy TV show
Right.
is actually from the circus world. They are human after all. It makes sense that the filmmaker would choose to highlight these popular superhero characters. The more they show, the more they're going to sell Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy merchandise. But hang on a second.
want those
Why are
socks.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy the same size as all the fish in Bikini Bottom, even though humans are always shown as massive compared to fish? Whatever. I'll come back to that one later.
Fish are
The show
small,
isn't
that's
just
why.
high product placements. In the episode Model Sponge, they literally tricked SpongeBob into making a commercial for a human product.
Well, that wouldn't make sense because how homeboy get hit with that boat so hard.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Director.
Very well.
Director. What? What type of freaky ass shit you got going on?
What's happening? What's happening?
In this scene, you'll be cleaning bathroom fixtures.
Okay. So where's my cleaning utensil?
Don't you get it? You are the cleaning utensil.
Oh no, your bathroom is a disaster. Get it cleaned up fast with the new sponge.
such a popular character that he's used to sell tons and tons of products. So far I've shown you that the show SpongeBob SquarePants is actually a documentary television show, but the creators continually interfere, push their own agendas, and make more money. But that brings us to an important question. Do the characters know they're in a television show? Let's go back to that clip where SpongeBob hits the cameraman.
It means another whole year on birthday school.
Yeah, see, they're so tiny, but
What happened?
Oh, nothing, SpongeBob. You just struck another pedestrian.
Mrs. Puff calls him a pedestrian, which sounds more like she thinks he's just some random Bikini Bottom citizen. The different types of marine life in SpongeBob are so diverse and weird looking that it's not too hard to believe that the characters just think he's filmmakers or another weird type of fish. And back to the gorilla episode, the gorilla and the horse immediately get nervous and run away when SpongeBob questions what's going on.
Now, well, it's funny. I mean, see, George, they're onto us.
Get out of here.
Almost like the creators don't want the characters to be aware their lives are being interfered with. Now, there isn't a ton of footage of the characters interacting with the filmmakers, but I dug really, really deep and found a smoking gun that answers all of our questions. This is an old commercial from 2004 made to promote the SpongeBob movie.
SpongeBob, what kind of jellyfish is that?
It's not a jellyfish, Patrick. It's a spaceship.
Hey guys, it's Carlos from the Zone. I was wondering if you could answer a few questions.
Questions? Run for your lives!
No, Pat, don't you see? It wants to learn about our world. And it's chosen us.
What yay! We've been chosen.
A submarine comes down to SpongeBob and Patrick to ask questions to promote the new movie. SpongeBob and Patrick are clearly confused by this and think the submarine is some kind of alien. They also have no idea that they're the stars of a movie.
Well, thanks guys. We'll see you in the movie.
Bye.
Movie? What's that?
I don't know.
So I think it's pretty clear at this point that the characters are unaware their lives are being filmed and interfered with. But there are some characters that have to have some level of awareness. For example, the Dr. Fish that told the human hand to treat SpongeBob, and the Director Fish that directed the commercial for the human world. What makes these characters so special? First off, the Director Fish isn't actually from Bikini Bottom. Before he directed this commercial, we saw him as a citizen of New Kelp City in the episode Whatever Happened to SpongeBob. Out of all the characters they could have used, they specifically chose a character from out of town. Almost like the filmmakers didn't want to use anyone in Bikini Bottom, so they wouldn't risk everyone finding out about the television show. Then there's the Dr. Fish. We don't know where he originally came from, but he's an extremely suspicious character. Usually he's purple, but sometimes he's orange, sometimes he's purple with orange hands, sometimes he's a pirate, and he bears a striking resemblance to Dr. Manowar from the Jellyfish Convention.
And now it only hurts when you
touch.
Why does he have so many different disguises and identities? What is he hiding? I believe hidden throughout Bikini Bottom are spies like this who are aware they're in a television show and keep tabs on the main characters
Damn, bro.
and make sure everything goes to plan. There's so many suspicious characters in Bikini Bottom that it could literally be anyone. The mailman, the hot dog vendor, Old Man Jenkins, it could literally be anyone. But what if I told you that the biggest spy of all isn't some random side character? It's one of the main characters of the show. Someone who's been there from the very beginning. Someone who's not even from Bikini Bottom. Someone
Sandy.
who's not even from the ocean.
Sandy.
That's
Yeah.
right. Sandy Cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Sandy,
Cheeks
yep.
is the thrill-seeking scientific squirrel from Texas who lives underwater in her Cheeto. But why did she come to Bikini Bottom? In the episode Chimps Ahoy, we find out she was hired by a group of chimpanzees to come underwater and create inventions. But why does she need to be underwater to make inventions? She could have just as easily have made any of her inventions on land. It must be extremely expensive to maintain a giant dome of air underwater. There is no way the only reason she's here is to make random inventions. I think this whole episode is an elaborate ruse to throw off the other characters from the real reason Sandy is in Bikini Bottom. Spy on the main characters and make sure
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense, you know. Somehow they found a scientific, smart squirrel and that loves science and always doing some testing things. And, you know, a few episodes I saw, you know, she was like, you know, testing some things or make them be a test monkey. So it all makes sense now.
stays on track. Many of
It
the
makes
times the
sense.
characters are in danger, Sandy conveniently steps in to save the day. And many of the wacky, entertaining episode plots are driven by an invention Sandy creates. Everything she does is a calculated move to carry out the hidden agenda of the filmmakers. Her entire friendship with SpongeBob and the other characters is built on a lie. But you're probably saying, Sandy is a sweet, friendly squirrel. There's no way she's behind this. You're not convinced yet? That's okay. Because what I'm about to show you is so mind-blowing, so insanely revealing, that it's actually the whole reason I decided to make this video. You ready for the big one? Season 10, Episode 10, Feral Friends, is the episode that unlocks this entire mystery. During a birthday party, a green moon suddenly appears and turns everyone except Sandy into less evolved, real-life versions of themselves. Sandy is completely caught off guard by this and decides to call someone for help. And take a guess who she calls.
Hello?
What the heck?
Speaking. Sandy Cheeks. How is it heading?
Wait a minute, ain't that the isn't that homeboy from the movie? That basically killed freaking Patrick and SpongeBob? Am I right? What do they call him? Bigger Boo or something like that.
Don't say another word. I have been monitoring the behavior of the green moon all day.
Huh, yeah, I guess that's a pretty interesting clip, yeah. Holy shit! Sandy literally calls the narrator to let him know what's going on and asks for instructions on what to do next. She has been working with them the entire fucking time. He even has a picture of her on his neck. This is where I originally planned on ending the video, but there is still one small issue with the television theory. Just one nagging plot hole that contradicts everything. If this is all a television show filmed by scuba divers, then how are we seeing inside the buildings? It's not like any of the humans filming the show could fit inside them. It's the one annoying thing that keeps this theory from being complete. I mean, the most logical explanation is that they have hidden cameras inside of everyone's homes, but we never really see anything like that. Holy shit. Season 6, Episode 24, Trooper Square. The SpongeBob 10th Anniversary Special where they reveal lots of stuff about the characters. But the most damning piece of evidence comes from when the characters get lost in the Krusty Krab vents and end up in a room full of monitors showing live footage of all of their homes.
The hell, Mr. Krabs?
Whoa! My house is on TV!
All of our houses are on TV.
Gary Rosdale, you get down from that bed this instant!
Hey, there's my house!
Look, it's Sandy!
And who is the character responsible for all these hidden cameras?
Mr. Krabs, why do you have cameras watching us? No, but, I just want to make sure you all boss have nothing in.
Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Dental hygiene is very, very important.
Dental hygiene? Gene, you lying bastard. Of course he would sell out his friends for a quick buck. And if there's any part of you that thinks there's some chance Mr. Krabs has all these hidden cameras for some other reason, then take a look at what happens next.
Hey, who are those guys?
I think it's us, Patrick. But who are they?
The heck, where y'all come from?
Sorry, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. A cameraman and a boom operator have been following around the characters this entire time. And just like the gorilla, as soon as they get seen, they make a run for it. The case is closed. The television theory is something the show has consistently alluded to from the very first episode to the newest episodes. Maybe one day the show will actually directly address it and our characters will discover the real truth about their world. But regardless, that's my theory. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. See you next time. Hey, whoa, hang on a second.
Oh, there's more?
I thought I forgot about the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy thing.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, here's a quick bonus theory. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy were two superheroes that fought crime underwater and protected the sea from evil. Whether or not they actually did this or was all staged for television isn't clear, but they both spent their lives underwater until they became old and retired. But after spending so much time under the sea, they no longer fit in with human society. Plus, Mermaid Man is clearly dealing with some form of dementia and PTSD from fighting evil.
But you can't retire. There's evil afoot.
So, they decided to live the rest of their lives in Bikini Bottom. And in order to fit in better with their fellow sea creatures, they made the permanent decision to shrink themselves using mermaid-made shrinking belts. The case is closed.
Closed. Oh, Mrs. Puff has one? I'm going to have to do that one probably tomorrow. I might do it tonight. Upload it tomorrow. Or tonight. Who knows? Anyways, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode and the last one too. I'm going to get on this one tomorrow for sure. I low-key want to know more about this. It's interesting. But man, that's crazy. I ain't never really thought about that. I know Bikini Bottom is an actually real place, but it was for bomb testing back then. So maybe he'll have a video about that. I'm not sure, but hope you guys enjoy and you guys have a blessed day, rest of your day. Love y'all. Peace.